Hello and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm Herbalist Leo, and this is the fourth and last video about sleep for the month of June 2024. So if you didn't watch the first, second, and third videos, I suggest you stop and go watch them, or you can watch just this one if you wish to. Today I'm going to speak about sleep and your mood, or how good night sleep affect your mood versus sleep debt or not sleeping enough at night may affect your mood. So let's just dive in. Humans spend around a third of their lives sleeping, which is a lot if you think about it. But sleep is critical to maintain cellular homeostasis, energy conservation, metabolic waste, clearing all this waste from the body, immune function regulation. Basically, sleep plays a huge factor in keeping you healthy and energized so you can function in the world, do what you want, and enjoy your life. So, sleep is pretty damn important. So, how did you sleep last night? I remember when I was a new mother and my babies were babies, and they didn't let me sleep more than 2 hours straight at night. And when I woke up the next morning, I was raving bitch. Lately, I discovered that I'm not the only one. I'm not alone and they thrive. People who don't get enough sleep at night tend to be irritable, hungry, frustrated. So I'm not alone in there. Good to know. Doesn't help at the moment, though. Chronic sleep debt influences neurons in your brain, increasing stress and the risk of mental diseases such as anxiety and depression. When you don't sleep enough, your body releases cortisol. Cortisol is the alert hormone that keeps you alert and awake. So when you don't get sleep, you have more cortisol in your system. And cortisol is also this alertness neurotransmitter is also the same uh, neurotransmitter that signals stress. So you feel hypervigilant. Hypervigilance, a state of increased alertness, can lead to increased heart rate and blood pressure, fast, shallow breathing, knee-jerk aggressive good reactions, increased fear and anxiety, and being worried all the time, those circulatory thoughts that never leave your brain. Research found that people with sleep debt tend to interrupt body language and facial expression as threatening more than people who get good night's sleep, leading them to overreact and to behave aggressively. Sleep deprivation also makes your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes emotion, hyperactive. So all your emotions are like on the forefront, but it shortcut the frontal cortex, the place where you generate rational thoughts, where you judge your environment in a more linear, rational way. Therefore, your ability when your amygdala is hyperactive and your frontal cortex recede a little bit, your ability to read situation, control impulses, and alert your brain whether something is real is compromised. Severe sleep deprivation can actually lead to hallucination, a problem with determining if something is real or unreal. And that's a way that in certain places they actually use deprivation of sleep as a way to abuse and torture people. Serotonin is your feel-good hormone. When serotonin is at normal levels, you feel more focused, emotionally stable, happier, and calmer. Low levels of serotonin are associated with depression, Sleep debt can compromise serotonin synthesis and dysregulate the neurons that releases serotonin. So not enough serotonin is being built in your body, and even what is being built is not released into the system. The overall effect of sleep debt on serotonin synthesis and release can manifest in erratic mood swings. So people that really are unpredictable in their mood and behaviors. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure, motivation, and mood. Sleep deprivation can lead to reduced production and alter the release of dopamine too. Disruption in dopamine production and release can lead to depression and anxiety. Lower dopamine level might dampen your spark, making it harder for you to get motivated. Dopamine is also critical for executive function. Lower dopamine means lower focus, judgment, and impulse control. In some cases, sleep and mood disorder can create a vicious cycle where stress and depression and anxiety create a condition where it's hard for you to fall asleep at night or stay asleep during the entire night. So sleepless night. But then when you don't sleep, when you have sleep disturbances, you tend to have mood disorders. So it's kind of a vicious cycle that repeats itself. If you notice that you don't sleep enough, or you wake up a lot at night and it has an impact on your mood, what should you do? So here are a couple of practical tips that maybe can help you reduce your sleep debt. So one thing is, of course, to choose to go to bed in a reasonable hour and commit to staying in bed in a dark, quiet room 8 to 9 hours a night. An average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So if you commit to lying down 8 to 9 hours in bed in a dark room, you will probably fall asleep and get the recommended amount of sleep. To help regulate your circadian cycle, you want to maintain a regular sleep schedule. I explained it in a past video, but basically, the way your body works is by anticipating what is going to happen. If your body knows that at a certain time every day you go to bed and try to fall asleep, the body will secrete the melatonin that you need in order to fall asleep. So if your body can anticipate what you want him to give it you in to support you, your lifestyle, it will do it. And helping the body anticipate what's going to happen in the future can help the body adapt. Your bedroom should be your sleep sanctuary. So dedicate the room to sleeping only. No watching TV, no working in that room, no other activities in your bedroom. And use heavy curtains to keep the room really dark, because as we saw a couple of weeks ago, I believe, the length of light wave is important for sleep, for creating environment where you can sleep peacefully. Avoid stimulant, especially caffeine in the afternoon or evening. Wine is another thing. Alcohol is another disruptor of sleep. Add food containing tryptophan to your diet, because tryptophan is a building block for serotonin, and serotonin is building block for melatonin. So if you want to improve your melatonin production, you will eat food rich with tryptophan, like chicken, turkey, eggs, cheese, nuts, seeds, tofu, and fish. So you have a lot of options there, but adequate supply of tryptophan will help you produce more melatonin. Sunlight exposure first thing in the morning can help regulate your circadian cycle, leading to a good night's sleep. So your body is actually getting prepared for sleep in the morning when you get up. That's when your circadian cycle really start. So if you go and expose yourself to the blue light of the sun first thing in the morning, it will up your cortisol in the morning, which will then turn to the melatonin in the evening. So it's one depends on the other, and you will support your body cycle by going out into the sun and exposing your skin and your eyes to sunlight. And the last thing is movement. Movement boosts serotonin. It will keep you calm. It will make you happier. Movement is good for so many reasons. And it's important for sleep too, because when you have more serotonin, you will have more melatonin. Really, my personal experience is that when I exercise, I sleep better at night. So this month was all about sleep, and I gave sleep a whole month because sleep is really one of the foundation, the roots of growing health. I ask each and every one of my clients how many hours of sleep they got at night, how do they feel when they wake up in the morning, do they wake up in the middle of the night, do they feel refreshed after they sleep? Is their sleep nourish them? Because it's really, really important. And I make sure in all my care plans that my clients get a good night's sleep, because without a good night's sleep, you can really have a well-being. That was June 2024 and sleep. I already have a topic in mind for next month, so tune in. And I would love to hear any comments or questions that you have in the comments below. Thank you for listening. Bye.